So since getting fired from my corporate tech job, I've been thinking a lot about like, how do I, excuse me, how do I want to approach being a full-time artist, and what does that look like? And I think one of the things that I really learned from working in tech at a corporate tech job is that planning is everything. And some of the most successful teams that I saw, that I worked with at a company like Facebook and other smaller startups I worked at, were the best teams knew what they were doing 6 months ahead. Of course, you can't predict everything, right? But they had a very clear vision of like, hey, here's where we want to be in 6 months. These are the things we're going to launch. These are the hypotheses that we're going to test and either validate or disprove. And then they went after those things. And they would audible and, sort of iterate and make shifts as those 6 months progressed. But the best teams thought very far ahead into the future. And when I look at a lot of artists that I know in the music industry, it's kind of the opposite. They aren't thinking that far ahead. They're thinking about their next single, and they're not really starting to shoot content for it until right before it is released or after it's already out. And they'll post for a little bit about it, and then it just kind of falls off, and they don't really post a lot about it. And I think today with AI, there's so many tools you can use to help you plan that far ahead. Plan 3 months ahead as an artist. Think about how many pieces of content do you want to put out? How are you going to batch, film, and edit all of that content with as little input from you as possible in terms of time spent, so that you can then free up more time as an artist to do the things that you care about genuinely, that you want to work on, which is creating more music, creating more art. So I know this is how I'm going to be approaching being a full-time artist, but I think a lot of other artists would benefit from this too. But we as artists, we have to be thinking 3 to 6 months out, and thinking about how we can use AI to help us promote our music and our art in the best way possible.